when you are in pain in this way, it is better for you to deal with your pain, or even it's better for you to suffer through your pain than it is to take the escape route. Because once the escape route is taken, you don't escape your pain. Actually, you multiply it manyfold. Daniel Naroditsky, a 29-year-old chess grandmaster, has recently passed away. And from the reports, it looks like the reports haven't been publicly shared yet as to the cause of his death. But the conclusion people are making is that it was his own doing. I'm not here to comment on his specific case or why this might have happened or put the blame on somebody. I'm here to generally give an overview on death itself. Because, my friends, whether you like it or not, the truth is death is the essence of human life. You are born on this planet, you persist for some time, and you pass away. And the passing away process, the death process, is the most confusing part of all. If you do not understand the death process, your life is going to be very confusing. It is a certainty that you're going to die, with 100% certainty that you are going to fall off of the conveyor belt that is life. You are walking towards death at every moment of your life, and today can be your last. This moment can be your last. Your heart can stop beating, your breath can stop inhaling, and simply put, you will perish, you will fade away. Understanding this concept as a reality is the essence of virtually all spiritual practice. And once you have experientially understood death within your own body, that is when freedom and liberation from the human suffering comes in. A brief background: during the pandemic, I was an avid watcher of chess content, especially chess as it's played on the grandmaster level. I was watching Hikaru Nakamura, Magnus Carlsen, Levi Rosman, and sometimes Daniel Naroditsky. Daniel seemed to me the most analytical out of pretty much any chess grandmaster that I've seen on YouTube making content. A very intellectual and logical mind. And I thoroughly enjoyed him breaking down chess gameplay because of his analytical frame of mind. You could easily follow along what Daniel was saying because it was very logical. It was easy for the mind to grasp onto the ideas he was sharing. Unlike some of the other chess grandmasters, which are more entertainment or more charismatic, you could say, Daniel spoke with a certain precision with his words, leaving no chance for emotion to cloud his judgment and logical thinking skills. This is how I've perceived him, and these are the benefits that I've gained from watching his videos. A brief summary of what happened. Basically, there's a certain chess grandmaster which was calling out Daniel for cheating. He accused him of cheating many times, and that, I assume, got under Daniel's skin. And one day, Daniel has had enough and decided to take matters into his own hands and pay the ultimate price, so to speak, or take the escape route out of planet Earth. My friends, when you are in pain in this way, it is better for you to deal with your pain, or even it's better for you to suffer through your pain than it is to take the escape route. Because once the escape route is taken, you don't escape your pain. Actually, you multiply it manyfold. Similarly, simultaneously to this, you have no right to take life away from any creature. And this being life, you haven't created this advanced form of life. You do not have a right to destroy this one either. If at some miracle, in some point in the future, you could theoretically destroy your mind, crack your mind open, and free yourself from suffering, and you could actually do that, I would applaud you for doing that. But you can't do that. The only thing you can do, the only thing that you will do, is destroy your body. You will just end this body. And when the body ends, the mind doesn't end. The mind's process continues on. The processes that are detached from the mind, that are separated from the mind, that are separate from this whole physical casing altogether, they carry on. They're much more subtle to perceive, than this gross physical body, but they do carry on. When you commit suicide, you will cause yourself a lot more pain than if you were just to persist with life and deal with your own problems. An anecdote that comes into mind: when a person is standing on the Golden Gate Bridge and is deciding to take the leap forward, many people have perished, many more people have perished, but some very lucky few people have managed to survive by the grace of God. Do you know what they report? When they take this leap forward, they think to themselves, every single action in my life and every situation that is present in my life can be fixed, except this action that I've taken now, because now I'm on a fast track to death. So similarly with you, whatever painful situation you may be dealing with, whatever consequences you're dealing with in life, death is never the solution. Death will inevitably take place. You're not here to live forever. Death will find you. But while you are alive, and this life having not been created by you, been created by something else, it is important for you to stick through it and do the things that you need to do in order for you to make your life better today. Another point that needs to be mentioned here is the importance of meditation. Meditation is a practice that lets you peer into the mind and see the inner workings of your own mental mechanism. If you don't do that, then your mind will simply operate on the surface level. And having been operating on the surface level, you will assume conclusions that are simply not the way it is. It's not the case. What is an example? Well, somebody's pointing and making fun of you, making accusations towards you, and you conclude that this person is a source of my problems. Which in actual reality, the way you think about the situation, the way you perceive the situation, the way you choose to respond to that situation is what's responsible for how you feel. In essence, you have 100% control over this entire system. No external factor can dictate how you feel and how you are inside. A person may hurt and damage your body. That is something outside of this. That is something that you can't control, because you live in a physical reality and this physical body is fragile and it needs to be taken care of and protected. But somebody spits in my face, somebody insults me, somebody makes comments about me online. That is my choice how I respond, how I think about that, how I process those emotions, and overall how I choose to feel. How you choose to feel and how I choose to feel is 100% our responsibilities. I'm going to repeat that. It is 100% our responsibility, not 99% our responsibility and 1% the other person's responsibility. It is your responsibility for how you handle the inner workings of this one, of your own mind. So what can you do if you don't want external things to get to you, and at the worst case scenario, pay the ultimate price? You need to meditate and you need to go deeper into the mind. Because once you go deeper into this mind, wisdom will be cultivated. Once wisdom is cultivated, you can have clear seeing into life. And when you see things clearly, you can walk with confidence and peace of mind, knowing that you can see every obstacle on the path. You can either avoid it, dodge it, jump over it, turn around, walk the other way, or move it aside. The options, what I'm saying, the options become available to you. But if you are blind, if you're an ignorant fool, then you're walking into objects while having a blindfold, or while keeping your eyes closed and thinking that the object is at fault for your misery. That is a mistake. So how can you meditate? Is there a free app you can use to meditate on an expert level? Yes, there is. It's called Miracle of Mind, as created by Sadhguru, which is a living master of our time. You can click the first link in this video's description and it will take you to download this app, and you can practice this meditation for free, which will give clarity and liberate your mind. And if you want expert guidance, if you want to speak to me personally, one-on-one for coaching, I can coach you on meditative practices and we can dive deep into meditation together, and you can explore spirituality at its depth with someone guiding you. And to exchange my time for this, all you have to do is pay me a few dollars and we can make that happen. So the place to reach out to me is shivakailash.com. Peace and happiness to Daniel Naroditsky's family and to him, wherever he is. I hope his family is able to recover from the grieving process that naturally occurs and be peaceful with life. And also, wherever Daniel is, for him to receive the blessings from me and from you watching this video. So I pray to him as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. Goodbye.